Hello, welcome back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit, and today we have another timeless pick a card reading on how do people view you based on your physical appearance. But before we get into the reading, I have a special announcement to make that I will be teaching a basic tarot course starting September 9th. A lot of y'all have been DMing me over the past 2 years to start teaching tarot, so it's finally happening. So if you are a beginner to intermediate student who really wants to learn the basics, because I will be covering all the 78 card meanings, the code cards, the major arcana, the minor arcana, the elements. We're going to be covering everything. I also want to touch on some Kabbalah. So it's going to be a very interesting class. So if you really want to nerd out on tarot and learn how to read the way I read, you can definitely reach me on my email or you can DM me to get more details. Having said that, we have today's reading on how do people view you based on your physical appearance. So we have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1, we have the Trionfi della Luna Tarot. Pile number 2, we have the Edmund Dulac Tarot. Pile number 3, we have the Deviant Moon Tarot. So again, take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively. The description box below will have the timestamp for your pile. And again, remember, these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for private reading, and I'll see you guys in your reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose the Trionfi della Luna Tarot, this is your reading on how do people view you based on your physical appearance. And even before we get into the reading, I just quickly want to announce that I will be teaching a tarot course, a basic tarot course online starting September. If you would like to learn tarot from me, you can definitely reach out on my email to find more details, or you can just DM me on Instagram. So definitely come join my School of Magic, Divination and Sorcery. It's going to be cooler than Hogwarts. And yeah, having said that, we'll jump into the reading now on how do people view you based on your physical appearance. So just give me a minute and we'll get to channeling. Okay, pile number 1, we have 5 of Cups, we have the Hierophant, we have the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, 2 of Pentacles, we have Page of Coins, and we have 8 of Swords, Knight of Wands, and the Chariot. How do people view you based on your physical appearance? You definitely have a very peculiar style of dressing. You could dress in a very unique way. You could have your signature style, you could have your signature hair, your signature tattoos. Also, I'm getting tattoos and piercings for this pile. You could even be queer over here, but you have a very distinct way of dressing. It's very childlike, yet it's very tastefully done. So people like how balanced you are in your aesthetic choices right away. I think that's what people feel, and it's very interesting, right? I'm using a deck that is completely purple, and we have the Hierophant, we have the Hermit. So, and those are very, very spiritual energies. So people can see that you could be into spirituality, you could be a tarot reader here, or you could be into astrology or yoga or Tai Chi. Fit it to your situation, but you do have this very spiritual, psychic energy to you, and people definitely feel that of you. And I think because you work so hard to keep yourself at this very high vibration and high frequency, it just reflects off you, right? Pile number 1. So to even go a little deeper over here, I do think a lot of people even feel they can maybe come up to you and tell you their problems, like just random people. And I feel you on that. That happens with me as well. But understand that it is your light, it is your energy, pile number 1. And that is why people feel safe to come to you with their problems. It's almost like you give off that aura that it's completely safe to be disarmed, you know. And I think with this pile, I would even say animals are also very, very attracted to you. You could see animals or birds, they would come close to you, you know. So people can definitely sense that there is more going on than what is visible on the surface with you. There is a lot of depth to you. You could have a Pisces moon, a water moon, but you could even have a Taurus moon, because there is this great sense of depth in just who you are. And even if people will not be able to perceive your depth, they're still able to sense it, you know, and they do feel like a gravitational pull towards you, pile number one. And I think this is just the initial attraction, but I think once people get to know you or maybe see your social media, there is this very warrior-like energy to you. People definitely see that you're a go-getter. We have Knight of Wands, so you don't succumb to pressure. In fact, you use the pressure to do your best work. And yet, you have this energy of a perpetual novice. And that's how every great spiritual guru has to feel. They have to feel like a perpetual novice, because only then can you completely decimate your ego to stay spiritual, right? So you do have this very advanced understanding, this very Jupiter energy. We have Wheel of Fortune, so Jupiter could be at a very high degree in your birth chart. That is also something that I'm getting with this pile number one. So look into that. Look at your Jupiter placement. I feel that will tell you more about your purpose in this life, because you either have to share the knowledge you have already gained, or you have to teach, or both, you know. And I know what a dilemma it is, because I am in that situation right now. But understand that what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to do, right? So if you're worried about how things are going to come into being, just start small. I think that is a message for you, because understand your voice is very powerful. What you have to say holds a lot of importance, and you will be able to affect people in a very positive way. And for you particularly, I do feel you will be affecting the collective over here. And I'm just noticing the Hierophant and how there are these two demons just crying. And it kind of looks funny, right? Because again, the Hierophant himself is a monkey. So understand that you don't have to know everything. Sometimes you learn on the way, especially if you're trying to channel. And if you're really trying to get psychic, definitely email me, join my course, the basic tarot course that's going to start on September 9th. I'm just very shamelessly doing some advertising, so don't mind. But if you're really serious about psychic work, you can definitely join, or just if you feel you don't need tutoring, just go within. That's how you will find the right path for you, pile number one. And understand that you don't have the same path that most people have. And that's not a bad thing. It's just you are on a different timeline. You are a few lifetimes ahead of most people. So your life is going to look a little different than most people around you. And if you're not getting the simple life pleasures, if there's difficulty in finding love, in finding the perfect job for you, understand that maybe you have to just start where you are, and understand you have a lot to give. Once you start giving, you know, wonders and miracles will happen for you. And we have 5 of Cups and 8 of Swords. So people can definitely sense that you're also very emotional, even if you don't always express it. And there is a perfectionist tendency over here as well. You could have prominent Virgo placements, or your North Node could be in Virgo. And yes, Virgo brings mastery, but it also brings just crazy amount of anxiety, right? So you need to learn to balance that and understand that you can strive for perfection, having a more healthy relationship with yourself, and it doesn't have to happen at your cost. Pile number one, that's what I'm really trying to say over here. And in the center of the spread, we have 2 of Pentacles, and I'm just noticing the 2016. So maybe 2016 could have been a very pivotal time in your life. Maybe you need to go back and heal something from 2016. That's also something that I'm particularly getting for this pile. But understand that you're better off transforming and changing than staying where you are, because again, it's just the nature of your life. And your rewards will be in completely transforming yourself. And even the ability to transform, pile number one, the amount of times you've had to go through the rebirth process, most people would not be able to handle it. And understand that there is a deeper reason all these things are happening to you, so you can know who you are at a deeper level, so you can even help more people. So really zoom out and see the bigger picture, because it's much easier for you to do. And I do think people really speculate things about you because you don't really share your personal lore. And I guess that's okay. I think there's a time and place for everything to be known. And people who have to truly know you, they will, you know. So there's definitely this intrigue and dark mystery around you, pile number one. And I definitely do sense a lot of people are attracted to you, even if they wouldn't usually be attracted to someone like you. It's just you, and it's your energy. And I'm not saying you're not attractive. I'm just saying, like, you would not be like if I had to say your music taste, you would not be listening to generic mainstream mid music. You would be listening to something cool and alternative, like Lana, for example. So you do have this very underground cool kid vibe to you, and that is also something people really, really like. So, and understand that your growth and expansion and success is not going to look like most people's. So, and I'm not saying you won't be successful, you will. I'm just saying your success is going to look different. And it's going to have a more spiritual overtone, because there is something very... I do think your life purpose, this life has a lot to do, again, with just evolving and allowing your soul to grow, but also making rapid progress spiritually. So if you're looking for a teacher, again, whatever it is, I do think if you're not getting a teacher, you really need to go inwards, because you will be able to unlock that knowledge within yourself, and I can definitely say that with experience, by number one. But understand, no matter how difficult things get, luck is always on your side, by number one, and it is going to lead to something better, every experience. And like I said, people do like to speculate, how did you become the way you have become? But every cool hero or villain, they do have a backstory, right? And it's just a lot of this intrigue. People really just want to know, pile number one. I think it's that. And I think because you don't say much, people really like to project, and people really like to, again, be speculative, right? But I would say your intuition is on point. There is a lot of emphasis on the wisdom you already have within yourself. I forgot the point I was making, but there's also a swiftness to you. I think because you don't stay in delusions for a very long time, you're able to cut and make the necessary changes. And like I said, again, there's a strong energy of transformation over here, pile number one. So people can definitely see that, especially people who have been with you through these different phases. They can definitely sense how much you have grown, right? And people admire this. People love to see your growth, pile number one. I think you're just going to go deeper in what you're already doing, and I think you're going to just gain more mastery, and as a result you will be able to do more work. And I do think you will have a glow up, but I feel your glow up is more spiritual. It is just your aura becoming so magnetic that you will really be able to even magnetize people who really need the healing to you, and just give them the important necessary triggerings that they need to heal, So again, there's a lot of emphasis over here on what you have to do, and it clearly seems it's something much greater than just you. Pile number one, it is of you being service over here, and people can't always guess what is going to happen, but they do sense this greatness, right? Because people can definitely sense that you are on this big quest, right? I'll shuffle some oracle, and people keep asking me the name of this oracle deck. It is Oracle of Black Enchantment by Patrick Valenza. So if you're wondering what the oracle deck is, it's that. Okay, pile number one, we have card number 51, 15, and 16, and I didn't realize there's so much nudity in this deck. I'll have to cover it up. But since I said that, there is a sense of taboo to you, pile number one, and because there's a sense of taboo to you, it does make people feel more attracted towards you because they know that they cannot really have you, and it wouldn't be good for them, so to speak. And the card number 15 is Lucifer. So, and card number 51, we have the witches jumping with the devil. So people definitely sense you have a witchy vibe to you, a wizard-like energy to you, and you, even if you're being wronged, you do get your justice one way or another. And just because you look like a sheep doesn't mean you are, you know? You're not as docile as you look. Yeah. So there's a beautiful blend of this intensity and cuteness, which makes you very deadly. I think that's how people really view you, you know, especially romantic suitors. And again, there is this energy of resurrection, right, with card number 51, where they're jumping over the fire to be purified and cleansed. So, like I said, understand your nature. You're not good or bad. You're just who you are, pile number one. And like I said, if transformations are going to make your life better, and yes, they might be painful, but if that is what needs to be done, then that is what needs to be done. That's your superpower, basically. Yeah. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number one. Again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow, and if you want to reach out for private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for private reading, and I'll see you guys in your next reading. And hello, pile number two. If you chose the Edmund Dulac Tarot, this is your reading on how do people view you based on your physical appearance. And before we start the reading, I just want to quickly announce that I will be offering a basic Learn Tarot course with me starting September 9th. So if you are a beginner and you want to learn tarot, or if you just want to give your psychic gifts a try, you can definitely send me an email or you can DM me inquiring about my basic tarot course starting September 9th. And having said that, just give me a minute and we'll get to channeling. Okay, pile number two, we have the Hierophant, we have Justice, we have Eight of Cups, Six of Cups, we have Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Two of Cups, and Six of Pentacles. And we have a lot of Pentacles in this reading, and we have the Hierophant. So you could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or you can have any of those prominent placements in your birth chart. Or even if you don't have those placements, you could have a lot of water placements. I'm seeing a lot of watery energy over here, but people see you to be a very emotionally balanced person who does have a depth to them, but they're also balanced and rooted in their life and who they are. And people definitely see you as wise. The reading starts with the Hierophant, and we had Hierophant in pile number one as well. But pile number one's wisdom was more mystical. I think your wisdom is more pragmatic. It is more helping the everyday people that you come across. And people do appreciate that. And I think a lot of people also notice how you come across their life at a very pivotal moment and how you have a positive impact on them making better choices. So this could be people who are close to you, that's how they feel. But there's definitely a sweetness to you. You do have a very feminine nature to you, whether you're masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter, or anything in the middle. You do have this soft quality of being able to nurture and nourish something, to be able to grow something, and you do have a sense of stability about who you are and what you do. So and this is very balanced energy for anyone and everyone to be attracted to you. And we have Two of Cups and Page of Wands. So again, people are very physically attracted to you, and anyone and everyone you come across, they do sort of feel like they are your soulmate. And maybe there is some truth to it, right? Maybe there is some past life connection, right? Because oftentimes we feel attracted to someone and we cannot always understand what is the reason. And my conclusion, at least, has been that it's probably a past life lover, you know. And I do think there is this energy in your life. I do think maybe there are certain people that you want to be with, but you can't be with, and yet, you know, you're not able to move on, perhaps. And people do see that. Since I'm mentioning that, I do think people see that you do wear your heart on your sleeve. You do operate out of this energy of love, and again, people can sense that, and people want it, right? Who doesn't want to be loved, right? I number two. People can also see that you're a giver. Again, maybe service is a very big thing in your life. Maybe it also has a lot to do with your life purpose over here. That's also what I'm sensing. But I feel pile number two is more. I feel your image is more polished. It's more like the girl next door, boy next door kind of image. It's more quintessential. I think you dress more classically. You would not necessarily reach for the hot pinks and the neons. I think you're more of a muted green kind of boy and a girl. I think that's the energy that I'm getting. It's more old money. You would wear maybe white, muted blue, muted green, khaki. I think that's your aesthetic. It's not it's not very alternative. It's more it's more classical. I think that's how I would define even your beauty. I would say it's like classical beauty. You know, very symmetric, I would say. And again, people are sort of attracted to the simplicity, right? And I'm hearing your everyone's type, so that's a thing as well. Maybe you like to wear a lot of flowy clothes. I'm seeing a lot of flowy dresses over here, so you could be into wearing a lot of summer dresses. That's also maybe something people really like. People see that you are in this very joyful energy. You don't maybe ruminate over things too much. You keep it moving. Or even if you grieve in your privacy. So people maybe only see the party boy, party girl side of you. People don't really see the deep side of you. I do think that's another message that I'm getting over here on how people perceive you, because I do think this is something you would rather hide from most people. I number two, because of maybe some past hurt, but I think you need to be a little more open. You would be surprised at just deeper connections that you will be able to develop. I do think that is a message for you, because there is some reservation in your energy. The messages are not flowing as easily. Let's just say that. You are very critical, you're very analytical, you do strategize, you do have a game plan, and it works. It always works for you. So people also see your success over here. And maybe you do wear nice things. Maybe you wear a nice watch, or you wear a nice chain or something, or you drive a nice car. And you know, again, it's these very classical ideas of wealth and abundance, right? You do have it. And I'm seeing someone in a shirt now, so that could also be a vibe over here. I think at first instance, people might think that you could be very snobbish, or you could have an attitude because of how beautiful and classically beautiful you look. But people are always surprised to see that you are very gentle and nurturing and very loving. So again, this just makes people fall in love with you even more, especially the romantic interests. And maybe you could have let go of someone recently, but know that you do have plenty more fish in the sea, right? Pile number two. I'm noticing all the water, and I do think you have this way of daydreaming. Maybe you look away and you daydream, and that's also something people maybe catch you doing, and they find it very endearing and attractive. And you know, people do wonder and speculate what is really going on in your beautiful mind. So there is a lot of speculation on what goes on through your mind when you're looking away. Yeah. And I'm hearing Music to Watch Boys to by Lana on the Honeymoon album. So you could really be into music. You could be into just being in your own bubble, right? That's the energy I even get from the song. So, and since I mentioned that song, I do think a lot of y'all are single in this file. So I do think you will fall in love very soon. Yeah. Shuffle some oracle. And people keep asking you, what is this oracle deck? This is the Oracle of Black Enchantment by Patrick Valenza. So, how do people view you based on your physical appearance? Okay, pile number 2, we have card number 10, card number 5, and card number 11. So again, with card number 10, you do have this very grounded energy to you. And people see that you're very sociable. You do have your group of friends. You do enjoy living in the moment. And like I said, you do have this childlike quality to you, which keeps you young at heart, no matter how old or young you are. And with card number 11, I do think whoever has wronged you, they're definitely getting their karma in a very visible way. Yeah, so that must be a specific message for someone, but people see that you always do get your justice. Yeah, I think that's how I want to wrap up the reading. Any other messages? And yeah, again, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for private reading. And I'm also going to be teaching a basic tarot course. So if you are a tarot beginner, or if you want to work on developing your psychic gifts, you can definitely reach out on my email, or you can DM me to get more details on my tarot course starting September 9th. And I will see you guys in the next reading. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the Deviant Moon Tarot, this is your reading on how do people view you based on your physical appearance. And before we jump into the reading, I want to quickly announce that I'm going to be teaching a basic tarot course starting September 9th. So if you are interested in learning tarot from me, or just understanding how I read tarot and all the good stuff related to tarot, if you just want to nerd out to tarot with me, you can definitely send me an email, or you can DM me to inquire more on this. And having said that, let's jump into the reading on how do people view you based on your physical appearance. Okay, so we had 9 cards literally jump out, and we have 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, we have 8 of Pentacles, the Chariot, 10 of Swords, we have 6 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, and we have the Devil. How do people view you based on your physical appearance? Pile number 3. You're very conventionally good looking. We have Ace of Wands. So people are very, very, very physically attracted to you. People want to be with you. People want to get with you. And that is just the initial thing. People do see how attractive you are. But then people also see how hardworking you are. And a lot of people feel that maybe they're not good enough to be with you. But with this pile, I do feel you do have a lot of romantic suitors. So there are a lot of people who like check you out, pile number 3. And people can sense you've gone through your own difficult times. We have 10 of Swords. Maybe you have been betrayed before. Maybe things haven't really worked out. Maybe you have a difficult past, a difficult childhood. People can sense that. And yet they see that you still maintain your childlike wonder, and you still progress. You still make things work. You still get things done, whatever has to be done. And people can also visibly see your progress. So I think a lot of y'all could even be in the public eye over here. But people see that you're very, very hardworking. You're very, very giving. Yet you know how to save, and you're patient enough to get the perfect thing for you. There is no desperation in your energy. And we have the Devil card. So I do think people are going to maybe like to speculate your darkness, because I don't think you show everything to people. So people do wonder about how are you if you're down, or how are you in vulnerable moments, or who are you vulnerable with. So there is a lot of speculation with that. But again, with the Devil energy, I do think there is a very what's the word? A very instinctive attraction people feel towards you, or they just want to get to know you or be in your energy. And I do think boundaries has been a very difficult lesson for you, pile number 3, as a result of just this. But I do think that is something you're supposed to learn in this life. People do like to keep an eye out on you. We do have Page of Swords behind the deck. So people really like to just know what you're up to, right? And I do sense a lot of nosy energy here as well. So it's right for you to be private, I guess, pile number 3. People can also sense that you have become very discerning with age, especially people who have seen you grow. And people really admire this. People really admire how you do learn from the mistakes you have made. You don't keep repeating the same mistakes. And that's a big thing. Pile number 3, let me tell you that. And I do think you have a set of friends, or at least a small set of friends that you are very open with. And I think your friends do look up to you to a great extent, pile number 3. People can also say that maybe you're very, very anxious. Maybe you do have a certain amount of fear regarding the future. And I don't think you have anything to worry about, pile number 3. So if you are in a frenzy, please get yourself out of it, because everything will work out for the better for you. You could have a visible scar or a mark, maybe like a stitch or something. But again, this adds character to you. People sort of like to see that you have a battle scar. It sort of humanizes you a little, pile number 3. I'm also getting strong starseed energy over here, so you could feel like an alien, or people could have alienated you at some point in your life and you had to grow out of that. But all the progress you have made, it's very visible in your aura, and you're widely adored, pile number 3. I think that's what I would really like to say over here. People do adore you. People do think of you fondly. So you are like this sweet presence in whoever's life you are, pile number 3. You really take your time when it comes to growing things, and I think you also teach people a lot about patience, even if you don't think you are the most patient person, pile number 3. People do learn that by just watching you, whether you're in a public eye or just people around you, I guess. You could even like being up at night. I'm getting a lot of night energy here, so this could be my pile of night owls. But again, people do maybe see that. But people can tell you're very ambitious, you're very industrious, you do have goals and you do go after them tirelessly, and you don't stop till you achieve those things. So again, this again just makes you more attractive, pile number 3. People do wonder about your bad side, because I think maybe people only see the good side of you. So people, I don't know, people are very curious to maybe see you snap one day. This could be people at work, or maybe people that you work with. But there is a lot of intrigue about your personal life. People really want to just see how you live your day. And I don't know, maybe you do have this very celebrity-like energy to you, right? Pile number 3. That's why there's so much intrigue around you. With the Ace of Wands card, I'm sensing you could be very fertile, not just physically, but also in whatever you're studying or whatever business you're trying to create. You will have a lot of luck in whatever you're trying to achieve over here. It's a general reading, so fairy tale situation, but I do see a lot of success for you in the future. Shuffle some oracle. And people keep asking me, what is this oracle deck? This is Oracle of the Black Enchantment by Patrick Williams. So how do people view pile number 3? Okay, pile number 3. So we have card number 29, card number 47, and card number 21. So you could be very much in the public eye over here. You could either show your talents, you could be a psychic, you could be dancing, whatever it is. Or if you aren't already doing those things, I do see you having a successful career in the public eye, because there is something about you being seen and you being visible in this lifetime, and it's sort of being connected to your life purpose, pile number 3. So if you're trying to hide, stop. And we have card number 47, and it is one of the most interesting cards in the deck, at least to me, even card number 29. But with card number 47, what I'm getting is maybe people don't have enough answers about you, and hence people like to project and speculate just to maybe understand you. So understand you do have a very beautiful energy, you do have a very unique energy, you do have a very pleasant energy that everyone wants to get a part of and a piece of. So again, it's very interesting. Even card number 21, the demon is being mauled by the lions. So there are a lot of people who are trying to gain your attention right now, but I think you need to be more focused on what you want, and don't worry about people projecting things onto you, because it doesn't really matter. And you're going to reach your greatness regardless. And people can sense this. People can definitely just sense looking at you that you're meant for greatness. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number 3. Again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow, and if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I'll see you guys in the next reading.